Again, my name's Peter. I spent 26 years in institutions and prisons from the age of 9. I got put in a children's home for running away from children's homes, not for committing crimes. I became institutionalised, 7 years in Longmore, which is a boys' prison, 2 years in another boys' prison, and then I graduated to the adult prisons in 1988. I've also spent time in all the prisons in Western Australia, and up until the time I turned my life around, I was selling on average of 2.5 kilos of methamphetamines a day, lots of drugs and guns, and I used to do a lot of really bad stuff. Where my life actually turned around is I'd got raided one morning after 16 days no sleep. At the time I was using lots of steroids, and I remember getting up after a big long sleep, and I had the helicopter over the roof and TRG, tactical response group, come through front and back, shotguns, bulletproof vests. My wife, at that time I had 2 children, a newborn, and my wife was told to get on the floor with a child in her hand with a shotgun to her head. And my whole life I hated who I was, I hated everything I stood for, I hated the life that I lived, I hated everything about myself, and there was lots of times over the course of my life I tried to change. I got out of the Perth Watch House on bail, and weird stuff started happening. I tuned in a particular radio station, 98.5 Sunshine FM, and I didn't realise it was 98 at the time, but I did later. And the radio station started speaking to me, and it started me offering me everything I ever wanted. I'd hear a voice talking to me through the songs that it played through the radio announcer, and it was a series of songs that played together that I found myself often sitting in a park crying my eyes out, listening to the words that were coming from the station. And I realised later on it was God speaking to me. My whole life I just wanted to be a good person. I wanted to be a family man. I wanted to have a place to call home. And I remember I got brought to the point in South Perth where I had the police holding me down the middle of the road. I had a knee in my back, they'd maced my face, 2 sets of handcuffs. And I remember as they were trying to squish me in the back of the paddy wagon, crying out and screaming out to God. And all I can remember is a prayer that I learnt in one of the prisons as a child. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll feel no evil. And then our Father who art in heaven, hallowed praise be thy name. And then I passed out, I woke up in hospital the next day, and I had a dream, and in my dream, God told me in my dream, he says, Peter, you're going to tell people how I changed your life. And I woke my wife up and I said, Amanda, I think God just spoke to me. Went back to prison, and while I was in prison, God spoke to me again through 98.5 Sunshine FM. And for over a 6 to 8 month period, God continued to speak to me through radio to lead me in the direction and the path that he had for my life. I've been a Christian now 15 years. And in that last 15 years, it's been the hardest thing in my life to be a Christian, to live my faith. And for the way that our as a station have played a major part, not just in my life, but also in the lives of my wife and my children and all my family. Well, and there's not much that I could say that would actually express my gratitude to Sunshine FM for what they've done for me. It's a station that's making a difference. It's a station that's not only doing what we believe, restoring the lives of men and families in our community, but it's actually a lighthouse across the city of Perth, spreading God's word, truth, love, integrity, honesty, compassion. The values that it actually shows our community is what we really need. It's through 98.5 Sunshine FM that God actually reached out, brought me to my knees, and he literally changed my life.